I'm your mother, and you're going to listen to me.
That was 14-year-old David Tello to his mother. 3 days before my mom died, we were sitting at her hospital bed, and she asked me, was I a good mother? And I say, you were the best mother God could have given me because you taught me how to be a man. Fellow Toastmasters, Mr. Table Toastmasters, my presentation today, my icebreaker, is about life. And my title is Life, a Function of God, Family, and Education. I was raised by my mother. And my mom always taught me that life starts at birth, ends at death, and is made by the moments that define you. For my mom, God was important. She had me baptized very early in life. My mom made it very clear, you got to get educated. And you need to care about your family. Because that's the foundation of life. Life had a funny twist for us when, at age 15, I was forced to move to the United States. And that's when my new life began at the city of Chicago. I learned how to become an American without knowing a word of English. I went through the different academic ranks out there, high school, bachelor's, master's, PhD. And then I met a girl, and I got married. And just like my mother taught me, it needed to be through the church. Because it's not real if God is not your witness. 7 years after, my wife sent me this text with the picture in it. 2 weeks later, we go to the doctor, and I hear this sound that literally made me cry. It was the heartbeat of my daughter. And then 2 weeks later, I go to the doctor. You know, I had this mentality, just like every Latino, it's a boy, you know. But the doctor said to me, there's no presence of a Y chromosome. And I was like, oh my God. Why? Because my wife told me, God gives you what you need, not what you want. And from now on, you're going to pay for everything you ever did to a woman. My daughter is smarter than I am, and she knew what she was doing since she was in the womb. The day she came out, as soon as she came out, she went like this with her two little hands, grabbed my 2 fingers, and wrapped me around. And all I could do is just stare at that baby. And I knew I was gone. Because she has taken me through one heck of a ride so far. Now, for every member in this room that is a father of a little girl, I ask you a question. What is a self-respecting man supposed to do when his daughter brings a bowl up to him and says, I want to take selfies? You put the bowl on and start taking pictures. You know? That's just the way it is. It's your daughter. My daughter is my princess. She's my hero. And she's going to make this world rock when she grows up. Because she's fearless, as you can see. Now, I like to push the limits on things. I like to take it to the extreme. The way I do that is through my job. I was trained as an applied mathematician. However, I work on the world of finance. Through my work at Raza Development Fund, we make loans to communities like the Imperial Valley Food Bank. We provided some funding in order to make, the food bank available to a whole lot of more people in a better location. This picture tells you the mentality of the people who go and seek help from the food bank, because it's right next to the prison. Now imagine yourself, if you need to get a box of food, do you really want to go to a place that is next to a prison? It makes you think about it. But before I worked at Raza Development Fund, I had another job, which was also through servant leadership, which was teaching. And I taught a whole lot of students. Before that, and I proudly say it, I worked at the kitchen at McDonald's. And I also was a PhD student for a very long time, more years than I could count. Occupation is not just how you make a living, it's also how you contribute to society. I like to offer my time by serving at different institutions and serving God, because it's what my mother taught me. Now, ain't life if it's not fun. Guilty as charged, I'm a nerd and I'm a geek. I love Star Wars. I think you can see that. So does my wife. It was a requirement before getting married. And you teach that to your daughter too. See, my daughter enjoying her Millennium Falcon ride. I love going through the mall with my daughter, and you see I teach her really good stuff like, that's my kid right there. Now, my favorite pastime, I discovered about a month ago when we were in a wedding, and a little 2-year-old boy, the Yehai, he goes up to my daughter and he goes like, I'm in love with you, buddy. So I started chasing that boy away, because you don't do that to my girl. That's a no-no. What would I want for myself? I have served my community, I have served God, I have served everybody. Until now, I didn't really think about anybody but others. Now I have a daughter, and I need to think about us. So I want to make a little bit more money. I want a 1957 Chevy so I can raise tutor. I want my daughter to go to MIT. I want to make 25 years of marriage. I want to go to Caminos of Santiago with my wife. And I want to make my mom proud, because she said, legacy, the way your kids will describe you to their friends after you're gone. Sorry. Thank you.